So once I went back, to the city after like no. Once I was like awake again, and I realized, wait, something is weird. Something is really weird. Someone stole my treasure map. But then I saw him. He was. How did he looks like? Ah, there we go. He had a knife, some scars, and he was like, huh, okay, let's just take it from me, and then he ran away. So he was gone, and I'm after him, and I ran and ran and ran, and I ran through the catacombs, to the mines of Gloria, through the ruins of Gnark, into the cut road grotto again. Yeah, into the cut road grotto again. And there I encountered him. Where is it? Boom. But I realized, wait a second, he kind of looks different. So I approached him a little bit, and he's like, huh, a hero like you must have collected enormous amounts of gold for all your questing. At least that's what the smuggler, at least that's what's like he was thinking, obviously, you know? And now he wants like some of this. And I was like, yo, did you actually steal my treasure map? He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I have a few brothers, but I won't tell you. So, if I can't speak with him, if he can't like, if he does not agree to a normal conversation, you know what to do. You know what to do. Fireball in face. He didn't like it at all. So he immediately started smashing it. And he was actually fast. I didn't expect him to be that fast. So this is why he kind of like critically hit me a little bit. But then I retaliated, and I thought to myself, okay, now with this uber new sword that I got yesterday, sweet. I thought to myself, okay, it's now time for battle. Sword versus dagger. Which one is bigger? Yes, I have a bigger one, and you lost. Boom. Easy. Then I was about to go back, and in the ruins I saw him again, and I was like, wait a minute, didn't I just beat him? But I don't know, like, yeah, there was like another guy. Okay, it now kind of don't fit with the text here, but doesn't matter. So I went there, and then all of a sudden it was suspiciously quiet, and I'm awaiting another ambush. So I was like a little bit sneaky around, and yeah, unexpectedly some steps were behind me. A bad bandit is trying hard to knife me, but he missed, and then I thought to myself, wait a second, didn't I just beat you? And he's like, nah, you probably meant one of my brothers. Again. And I thought to myself, okay, did you steal my treasure map? And he says, you mean this one? And it was like sweat and oggy. And I was like, yo, you kind of don't know how to read the treasure map or what? He's like, you know what? You going to lure me to there, and then you're going to pay me. I don't agree to this. So I said, you know what? Boom! Fireball in your face. Oh, I love this fireball. I just love this. But he again was like super fast as well, like with his brother. But nevertheless, now I knew, because I mean, I fought against like someone like him as well. So this is why I knew where to hit him, you know, to crit him, you know. I knew where were his weak spots, you know, all the scars, etc. Just pinpoint in this as well. Unfortunately, I realized like he is stronger than his brother. He was stronger than his brother. So I retaliated, went back to the city, and tried to But I snatched the treasure map at least from him, and I tried to think about how I should beat him. How should I beat him? So after I snatched the hello Syncom, how you doing? So after I snatched the treasure map, I put it on a blanket so that it can, you know, dry out. And I thought to myself, you know, if I can't find a treasure only because this map is now ruined, someone is going to pay. You know who? I know who. Let's go. So I ventured there, to the ruins of Gnark, and he was like sitting there waiting, just, you came back? Yes, I came back. And I'm coming back super hard. Yeah, and this time I knew everything about him. I knew how he dodges, I knew how he wanted to block, etc. And I knew that he actually does not have a chance whatsoever. So he fell down, and all his gold, all your gold belongs to me. I just took his gold. And I was like, okay. So I went back home, and I realized, yes, the treasure map actually is dry. So this means the next station would be the Cutthroat Grotto. Back again to action. I'm going to find it. One piece is going to wait. Wrong movie. The one treasure is going to belong to me. Yes. So I went to the tavern in like to do some quests. But then the innkeeper was like looking up the stairs. So I was like, what's up the stairs? He's like, yeah, I don't know. Every day, some mysterious person, I never saw him, putting a poster here. He's putting a poster, dead or alive. Like, there is like some things that you have to do. I have no idea who is doing this, but it's every day there. And I'm the only one who's like here all the time. So like, okay, not the only one who's here all the time, but I also have like a guard here. I'm like also here in the night, days, etc. And my twin brother is also always here. Makes sense, right? Because the tavern is like open 24/7. Duh. So yeah. And I thought to myself, okay, let's actually see. What does it say? Defeat an opponent with bare hands. First of all, it was like, shh, don't look at me. This piece of paper here, yes, go on reading, but without looking at it. Fine, well, here's your daily mission. So it's a daily mission, giving from someone. So here's like, good, please leave this place now. Whistling very innocently. And I thought to myself, you know what? I want to figure out who is the person that's putting these posters. So let's see. I have to beat someone with my bare hands. Maybe he's watching. Who knows? We're going to figure this out. So I just went to someone. Just equip my weapon. So I just went to some random dude. And I was like, hey! He was like, what? Time for a fight. And I'm with my bare hands, right? He with an axe. But I knew he like looked like sluggish and like weak and way too friendly for a goblin. So I beat it, went to the tavern, and all of a sudden, it was gone. So indeed, someone was watching. That's perfect. So, after I finished the mysterious announcement or like quest from this mysterious quest giver who still no one saw who put this in there or on there, I thought to myself, okay, let's take the treasure map and let's venture in and getting the treasure. But when I was about to venture out to the cutthroat grotto, I suddenly like heard a real growl, like out of the mines of Gloria. Whoa, I began to shake myself and I was like, okay, who was this? I want to know who this was. I want to fight him. Because I still have this anger of this bandit that was like there. So I went there. And there was this abhorrent demon. He was like standing there with his axe. He's like, another demon, it seems. Okay. You're going to fight with me? Someone is killing all of these guards. And as a guard of this place, have to kill him. I watched to him. He watched to me. He like, pathetic. You're the redskin demon. You all should be dead. You fled the great war against the demon hunters. How could you flee from such miserable creatures? I'm going to show you the real fight. Dum dum da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum 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 da dum da dum 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 da da da. Insert anime fight scene right here and right here and right here. He was like flying with his axe swinging, but his axe was like kind of heavy. So every time he swung his weapon, I was about to hit him. And just before he gave me the last attack with my last breath, I managed to actually slice his throat out. He then fell down all the mines. I don't have a whip that I can take you with me. No. Huh? That's a reference. Wow. And he fell down. I stood there, feeling sorry for him. One of my demon friends died by my blades. But I know this is the right thing to do. And my main goal for me is more important. So I took all this gold that he left behind and then I was like, let's go. So then I ventured outside after being a little bit like sad. I ventured to the cutthroat grotto. I mean, overall, it was a demon friend. And with my treasure map, I was like searching and wandering around. Where should I go? What should I do? And then I saw it. Okay, there is a big red X on the map. So let's go. But then I saw that something was floating on the water. Probably a large tree trunk. I don't care. But as I move like closer, it like snaps at me. I was like, what? How can like tree trunk snaps? And it turned out to be a hungry shadow alligator. I was like, I was completely surprised. I just threw my fireball in and it actually hit. But his thick skin, the first time I hit, I didn't even get it through the thick skin. I was like, okay, how am I supposed to do this? Then he opened his mouth and I managed to slice one piece of his tongue. Ooh, this was actually a really critical hit. But then again, my sword is just, it's not hard enough to get through his thick skin. But then he opened his mouth as I was about to fall down and about to like crumble. He opened his mouth wide open. He wanted to eat me alive, but then I managed to tree trunk be tree trunk. And I kicked it in the water again and it was floating. And thank you so much, August, for the cheers. I really appreciate this. But then again, I only got gold. Yeah, flip the table.